everyone, welcome to the weekly check-in video. I am down 1 more pound from last week, and I'm down 0.25 inches off my waist. So that puts me at a 29.5 inch waist. I have a lot of adipose fat, I think, to still lose, plus the subcutaneous fat. I still have a lot of like outer body fat that I need to lose still. So I know my waist is gonna get smaller as that goes away. And I did lose 0.25 inches off my biceps as well. So that is 0.5 inches in a week. And I'm down like 1.5% body fat from last week as well. So doing great. So since I started my carnivore journey lifestyle, I have lost 52 pounds. And I feel amazing. And I'm building muscle in the gym. I go basically 5 days a week. I did buy some exercise bands, so during our long 4th of July holiday camping trip, I plan on using those as my workout, so I'm still doing something. And I've lost 10.5 inches off my waist, 3.75 inches off my biceps, and I've lost 4.75 inches off my thigh. So that's a total of 19 inches that I have lost in a little over 8 months. That's crazy. And most of it's off of my abdominal waist area. So pretty impressive. And I've lost 14.2% body fat. So I was at 40%, now I'm about 26%, which is awesome because like I said, I was almost at 50% body fat, which is not good. I'm just hanging outside. It's really nice out, and I'm just hanging out with the dogs. I don't know what Boo Boo's doing. Boo Boo's. What are you doing? I'm gonna tell everybody hi. I donated blood today as well because my ferritin level was, I think, a 133 in the optimal. And the optimal range is, I think, like 100 or so. So I donated blood to hopefully decrease that number. And obviously, I'm not going to be able to know if I decreased that number, but in theory, I should have because I donated blood. Because I'm not going to get my blood work redone again. So that's kind of one of the solutions. And it's, according to the lab that did the lab work, it's in the standard range. So I'm not, like, it wasn't like over or like where I should be concerned. It just wasn't in like the optimal area, and that's one of the solutions was just go donate blood. So I donated blood, and of course afterwards they say make sure you have carbs and eat some sugar because that's how you're going to, you know, increase your blood sugar level. And I let the person know that I only eat animal products. She's like, you can't have juice. And I said, no, I can't have juice. And I was like, I'll just go home and eat some meat because if my body needs sugar, it will turn the protein into sugar. She just said, okay, and told me to have a good day. She could have recommended to eat some dairy because dairy have natural carbs in them. So she could have recommended that I eat some dairy because it also has sugar in it, because dairy naturally has sugar in it. So she could have recommended dairy, but a lot of people don't know about this way of eating yet or quite comprehend it. So I just, whatever. I'm not there to teach them lessons. I just wanted to go donate blood, and yeah, so because I'm also O negative, so I like to, you know, donate my blood when possible. And plus, I forgot about the weight limitation. I always wanted to donate blood like when I got older and was old enough to, but I never weighed enough because you have to weigh 110 pounds or more to donate blood. And so it took me a long time to get 110 pounds. And so I was able to donate blood. I was super excited. And I think I'm going to be under 110 pounds. So I'm trying to donate blood as much as possible before I can't. So there's that as well. So there's gonna be, you know, criticism as you're doing this lifestyle, since it is, I'm not gonna say a new lifestyle because we've been doing this for tens of thousands of years, but it's a new concept that we were never taught. So you're going to get a lot of criticism or arguments. Just stay strong in your belief that this works and this is how we should be eating. And sometimes it's just not worth arguing with people. I have people in my life that I just go, okay, and I let them tell me why I'm not right, and I just let it be. Because sometimes it's just not worth fighting that fight, but sometimes it is. And a lot of times I'm in the mood to do it, so there's that, but there's sometimes I'm just like, okay, cool, you do you, I'll do me, and go from there. So remember to stay strong and don't let people dictate what, you know, what you're doing. Do your own research, find the research. There's a lot of research out there that says that, you know, just even a ketogenic diet is good for you because it's a healthy whole foods diet. Like one of my assignments this week for class is talking about why, like, if diet supplements are good for you or not good for you. And of course my argument is it's not good for you. I've been there, done that. I have taken dietary supplements that said, you know, you're gonna lose fat, but they don't work because I was also, you know, dieting and working out at the same time and nothing changed. So they're a waste of money. So I found a couple articles out there that state that people should try to eat basically a healthy whole foods diet first to see if that helps manage their weight before they decide to take a dietary supplement. Another reason why you should avoid dietary supplements as well is because they're not regulated by the FDA, even though the FDA most of the time is a pile of poop. But anyways, that's another subject for another day. However, companies that don't have products that are approved by the FDA can hide stuff in the ingredients and not put it on the label. So you have to be very careful. And I know for like as a military member, when I was in the military, we had to be really careful what supplements we took because they could add stuff in there that we weren't allowed to take, and they test for that kind of stuff. So you have to be very careful when you're taking dietary supplements. But if you just change your diet over to a whole foods, you know, diet, I mean, you don't need supplements to lose weight. The thing to, you know, monitor is your carb intake. And I didn't realize, you know, that was a thing when I was doing my whole counting my macros and stuff and adjusting them. I always, you know, thought I needed carbs in my diet. But I was eating what, you know, they recommended. Don't go below this amount of carbs, but stay, you know, you can stay within this amount of carbs, so don't go lower. So, you know, I always adjust my macros in those ranges, but it didn't really help me. And I didn't gain the muscle mass I'm gaining now this quickly. Like, I am gaining muscle so fast that it is mind-boggling to me. I've worked out a lot, like almost my entire life. I've always done some type of physical activity. In college, every semester I took a gym class. I mean, being in the military, I mean, I never got below 95s on my PT test because I just wanted to only have to, first of all, test once a year, and I just like to, you know, be good at it. So I worked out really hard, but it was never this easy to go to the gym, lift weights, feel good, have the, you know, the energy and the muscle stamina to do it. It's crazy. The main point I was trying to make before I rambled on was, don't let people try to intimidate you to change your mind about this way of life, because it's just mainly about eating healthy whole foods and avoiding the processed junk foods that exist in our, you know, life now, and more so than any other time. If you need to, do your research. I know when I talk about like big medical things, I find articles and post the stuff on my descriptions of my videos. That way you guys, you know, have easy access to find those studies, so you guys can, you know, actually have scientific information to talk to people about. Just like my high cholesterol, it's not a thing, and I posted quite a few studies and videos in my description of my cholesterol video, and I am not concerned about it. It's not technically high. We're just made to believe that because a lower cholesterol level makes us sick and it doesn't help us live longer. You actually have a shorter lifespan with the lower cholesterol you have. So I'm okay with mine being a little bit high. And I'm only like a little over, it was like 8 months carnivore when I got my blood work done. So I'm still adjusting, my body's still healing, because your body uses cholesterol for all sorts of things. And one of the important things is hormones. So I know for a fact my hormones are still adjusting and trying to find their correct balance. And I think it's gonna take a little bit longer for me to heal, like hormonal wise. So I think that's also part of the reasons why my cholesterol was also slightly elevated, was because I'm still healing even after 8 months of being carnivore. So some people's bodies are more damaged than what they think. You can have your doctor do hormone tests if you want, but I don't really feel the need to, because I'm pretty sure mine are already kind of messed up. So, because of my PMDD, so I can tell you that right now. But I know my body is getting better and it's healing because my PMS is starting to, you know, become easier to manage / more not so extremely irregular. So I know my body's healing, and we just need to start learning that whatever our doctors tell us is not necessarily true. And whatever the media tells us, you should know right now that that's like majority of it is not the truth either. So you shouldn't believe things. You should question everything. And you don't have to be rude and question everything. You can be polite and question everything. And I don't mind people that question my way of eating or question, you know, certain things, because I can back them up and I can show them evidence as to where that they're slowly proving that the standard American diet is not okay. One way I could prove to you by a picture is look at the people that tell us what we should eat. They're all overweight. So I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna listen to those people anymore. I never really paid attention to any of that stuff before I started carnivore. I probably should have. But now that I know what I know now, I pay attention to those things, and I would not believe those people to tell me that to eat a standard American diet. Now there's a doctor, Sean Baker, who is carnivore. I would believe him for a second if he told me meat heals people. If you look him up and see pictures of him. I would believe him that says, you need to eat only meat. I'd be like, and look like you? Okay, I'm doing it. So I am just really glad that I found this way of eating and found, you know, doctors and some science that's backing it up to, you know, support me and reassure me that I am doing the right thing for me. And most importantly, I feel amazing, so I just know that it's working for me. But you never know if it's going to work for you unless you give it a try. So even if you just eat healthy whole foods and get away from all the junk, stop eating out, stop eating all the processed stuff, you too can feel better as well. Because there are plenty of people that can't go quite carnivore just because they like certain things, but they eliminate all the processed foods out of their diet and still enjoy fruits and vegetables. And they have lost weight and have lowered their blood sugar and healed a bunch of stuff as well, just by getting rid of the processed foods, processed seed oils, and all the, you know, really inflammatory things. My suggestion to you, if you don't want to be a straight carnivore for the rest of your life, which honestly I don't think is a bad thing, you get to eat meat the entire time. I don't know why people complain, but I don't. I'm actually very excited. I don't ever have to eat a vegetable again in my life, actually. But try eating carnivore for 30 days. Try it actually, if you can, try it for 90 so you reset your body all the way. And then you need to slowly add things back in and do keto. And you may be surprised about what you thought you could eat that you actually couldn't, because it affects your body. So you can always do what they call the N=1. You find out what works best for you. Just like I found out that dairy is not the best thing for me. Neither is pork, and neither is a lot of chicken. So chicken will be in my diet still, but it'll be like a once a month thing, so my body can not get so inflamed and then has time to heal before I eat it again. But just keep being strong. Know I'm here to support you. Know that don't let other people influence you. You are living your life for you. Don't let other people influence that, because they aren't living your life. They don't have to go through what, you know, you go through. They don't have to carry your weight around. They don't have to carry your pain around. You have to. You change to make you better, and don't worry about the rest of the world. Because as long as you feel good, you know, as long as you feel good and you can live your life to the fullest that, you know, you can, that's what's important. It's about you and making sure you live a long, healthy life. And like always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.